I would imagine that's to for the kids to fill the vacuum left by the teachers who don't seem to be interested in teaching them anything. First of all, they're always on strike, or they closed down the schools during the pandemic to a ludicrous extent. We let an entire generation down, and now these teachers don't want to teach them again. But even when they are teaching them, they come out of school, they don't know how to use a comma, an apostrophe, a full stop. They don't know how to add up. They don't learn anything at school. That's what these teachers are useless. They are churning out generations of kids who don't know anything. No wonder they're turning to TikTok.
I couldn't disagree more. I have complete solidarity with the teachers when you hear about the
They're
conditions.
on strike, right?
When you hear about the conditions that they are putting up with.
Right, so they can't... weeks off a year.
No, they can't afford
Gemma,
to do
all right,
things
don't shout.
fix.
What conditions? Because let me give you the facts. 35 to 39,000 pounds a year and 13 weeks holiday. We know marking's knackering, but for people who have just tuned on because they've been on a 12-hour day, they're going to laugh at what you're saying about teachers.
It's not just about pay. I've been hearing so many teachers talking about they can't fix the roof which is leaking. They've got a class that is now, they've had to cut it in two and add it onto another class of 30 because that teacher has left because that...
Excuse me, miss, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You're sitting there telling me that the reason they're on strike is because there's a hole in their bloody roof.
It's a mixture.
How does me giving teachers, if I'm the government, more money, fix the roof?
OK, so the government gave education more money, but then told them to take the pay rise that they wanted to give their teachers out of it. And unfortunately, they have been you can't tell me that every worker in this country has suddenly become really greedy and is lying about the fact
that they come across a strike you didn't agree with?
No, I agree with all of them. I do agree with all of them across
so
the
your
board.
point is
because I've listened to doctors and nurses and firefighters and barristers and teachers. Do I believe that?
All of them without question.
Over this ridiculous, disgusting government who have underfunded them.
All strikers.
If you have had what is a real terms pay cut for a decade, I'd like to see you two working on less money
They
year
get
on
13
year.
weeks off a year.
So what?
Lazy.
So what? That's part of teaching. Teaching is the most important, one of the most important
it's a shame
that you can do.
It's a shame they do such a rubbish job of it.
My daughter is off school today.
They're doing a useless job.
They don't.
Useless job.
They don't. You wouldn't be able to sit the GCSEs.
They're not educated.
My son's taking his GCSEs at the moment, and my daughter's doing her levels. I promise now, all three of us would not be able to take them. The standard of teaching has gone so difficult for kids. And the teachers, and if you
how come they don't know how to add up or
you've got
punctuate?
kids who so now you've got kids with food banks in some schools in deprived areas.
Brexit.
And I heard another teacher.
Wait,
that's lost 100 billion off the economy. But anyway, I heard another teacher. I heard another teacher talking about how they are actually having to divide out. They've got so little money